Ever wondered why you struggle to see yourself in the same positive light that others do? It's a question that has likely crossed your mind, and it's one that we're going to delve into today. Insecurities, we all have them. They're those pesky doubts and fears that creep in and tell us we're not good enough, not smart enough, not attractive enough. But here's the truth. They're merely illusions, not reality. On the other side of the coin, we have self-love, a vital component of our well-being. It's about appreciating who you are, flaws and all. It's about accepting that you're a work in progress, and that's okay. But insecurities can act like a fog, clouding our ability to truly love and accept ourselves. It's a delicate dance between these two forces, but rest assured it's one you can master. In the next few minutes, we will explore ways to overcome these insecurities and learn to love ourselves fully. Insecurities, we all have them, but do we all understand them? Let's take a moment to delve into what insecurities really are. Insecurities are those nagging doubts and fears that can make us feel inadequate or unworthy. They're like little gremlins that whisper in our ears, convincing us we're not good enough, smart enough, or attractive enough. They're born out of a variety of factors, including past experiences, societal pressures, and even our own internal dialogue. For instance, let's consider some common insecurities. Perhaps you've questioned your appearance, comparing yourself to those seemingly perfect images we're bombarded with in the media. Or maybe you've doubted your intelligence, particularly when you're around those who seem to have all the answers. Heck, you might even have fretted over whether you're funny enough, especially when it seems like everyone else in the room is roaring with laughter except you. The thing about insecurities is that they're not just about how we see ourselves. They also influence how we interact with the world. They can make us defensive, causing us to push people away before they have a chance to reject us. They can hold us back from pursuing our dreams, convincing us that we're destined to fail before we even try. They can consume our thoughts, leaving little room for positivity or self-love. But here's the kicker. These insecurities, they're not an accurate reflection of who we are. They're distortions, exaggerations of our perceived flaws. And while it's normal to have insecurities, it's also crucial that we learn to recognize them for what they are, illusions, not truths. Understanding our insecurities means acknowledging them, dissecting them, and questioning their origin. It's about looking these gremlins in the eye and saying, I see you, I hear you, but I don't believe you. Remember, insecurities are not our enemies. They're simply misguided protectors trying to shield us from potential pain or rejection. But they're often misguided, leading us down a path of self-doubt and fear instead of self-acceptance and love. Understanding our insecurities is the first step towards overcoming them. And that, my friends, is a journey worth embarking on. With the understanding of our insecurities, it's time to take steps to overcome them. Overcoming insecurities is much like climbing a mountain. It requires effort, patience, and resilience, but the view from the top is worth it. So, let's embark on this journey together and discover the steps to overcoming insecurities. The first step is self-awareness. It's about acknowledging your insecurities. We often tend to ignore or hide our insecurities, but this only gives them more power. By becoming aware of them, we take the first step towards defeating them. It's like turning on the light in a dark room. The shadows disappear and we can see clearly. The second step is acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean resigning ourselves to our insecurities. Instead, it means recognizing that they are a part of us, just like our strengths. It's about understanding that it's okay to have insecurities. Everyone has them, and they don't define our worth or potential. The third step is to challenge negative thoughts. Insecurities often stem from negative beliefs about ourselves. It's essential to identify these thoughts and challenge them. Start by questioning their validity. Are they based on fact or fiction? Are they helpful or harmful? By doing this, we can begin to replace negative thoughts with positive ones. The fourth step is practicing self-compassion. We are often our harshest critics. We judge ourselves more harshly than we would judge others. But it's important to remember that we are human, and it's okay to make mistakes. Practicing self-compassion means treating ourselves with kindness and understanding when we stumble, just as we would treat a loved one. The fifth step is to seek support. We don't have to face our insecurities alone. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or professionals. They can provide perspective, encouragement, and advice. Remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. The final step is to celebrate progress. Overcoming insecurities is a process, and it's important to acknowledge each step forward, no matter how small. Celebrating progress reinforces positive behaviors and promotes further growth. These steps aren't a magic formula. They require patience, effort, and courage. But remember, every step forward is a step towards a more confident and secure you. And if you stumble along the way, that's okay. It's part of the journey. The important thing is to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Remember, overcoming insecurities is a journey, not a destination. So let's keep climbing, knowing that with each step, we're getting closer to the top. With insecurities being managed, let's open the door to self-love. Imagine standing in front of a mirror. What do you see? Perhaps you see a reflection that's a little too critical, a little too harsh. But it's time to change that narrative. Self-love is about embracing who you are, warts and all, and acknowledging your worth. It's about standing tall even when the world tries to make you feel small. Now, how do you practice self-love? Here's a few ways to start. Firstly, engage in positive self-talk. You wouldn't criticize or belittle a loved one, would you? Then why do it to yourself? Whenever you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause, breathe, and replace that thought with something positive. Remember, your thoughts shape your reality. Secondly, prioritize self-care. It's not just about bubble baths or spa days, though those can be part of it. It's about taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. Eat nourishing food, get ample sleep, exercise regularly, and engage in activities that bring you joy. Thirdly, set boundaries. It's okay to say no. It's okay to put your needs first. It's okay to distance yourself from people or situations that drain you. By setting boundaries, you're telling yourself and others that your time, your energy, and your well-being are valuable. Lastly, focus on personal growth. Learn a new skill. Read that book you've been putting off. Travel to a new place. Challenge yourself. Through growth, you'll learn to appreciate your strengths, accept your weaknesses, and realize that you're capable of more than you think. Remember, self-love isn't a one-time event, but rather a lifelong journey. It's about being patient with yourself, being kind to yourself, and most importantly, believing in yourself. Self-love is not just about feeling good about ourselves, it's about respecting our own well-being and happiness. It's about realizing that you're enough, just as you are, and that you deserve to live a life filled with love, joy, and fulfillment. So start today, start now, embrace self-love. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned today. We started off by understanding insecurities, their root causes, and the profound impacts they can have on our lives. We've learned that insecurities stem from a variety of sources, including past traumas, societal expectations, and the comparative nature of our modern world. They can cause us to doubt ourselves, our abilities, and even our worth. We then delved into the steps to overcome these insecurities. Firstly, acknowledging and accepting our insecurities as a part of who we are, instead of ignoring or suppressing them. Secondly, challenging our negative thoughts and beliefs about ourselves and replacing them with positive affirmations. Thirdly, practicing self-compassion, understanding that we are humans who are capable of making mistakes and learning from them. And finally, seeking professional help when needed, because there's no shame in asking for help when the journey gets tough. Next, we explored the concept of self-love, the deep and profound acceptance of who we are, flaws and all. We learned that self-love is not a destination, but a journey, a continuous process of growth and self-improvement. We talked about the ways to embrace self-love, from practicing daily self-care routines, to setting healthy boundaries, to celebrating our achievements, no matter how small they might seem. But remember, it's not always going to be an easy journey. There will be challenges and setbacks, but that doesn't mean you're failing. It simply means you're human. And each step you take, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. So to wrap it all up, overcoming insecurities and embracing self-love is a journey. It's a journey of self-discovery, of self-acceptance, and of self-improvement. It's a journey that requires patience, perseverance, and most importantly, kindness towards oneself. Remember, the journey to self-love starts with overcoming insecurities, and you have the power to start that journey today.